What's going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG online video where today we're going to be looking at a deck that I used to get second place at a League Cup this past weekend, and that is the straight Psychic variant of Malamar. Just straight Psychic attackers with spell tags. Only GX we have in the deck is the Espeon Deoxys. Let me make sure I get my audio flipped back the right way. And yeah, I used a couple of interesting cards in the list. I guess really the main interesting card is the Jynx here with Mysterious Dance. For each of your Pokemon's benched Pokemon, put one damage counter on your opponent's Pokemon in any way that you like. So you can spread damage with Jynx, Mew. We can snipe damage, of course, with Espurr, and then also spread with Cross Division. I just like the option that Jynx gave, and I thought it would specifically be useful in the mirror match, and I also found it to be useful against Pikarom. So yeah, it was a pretty cool little tech. I think you could also play like another Mew in its place. You could also play the Sableye with Quick Hunt. I think this card could be okay in its place as well because Curse Drop lets you put 3 damage counters. It's kind of the same thing as Mew, so maybe Sableye would be better than second Mew. But yeah, I thought Jynx was really cool, and sometimes the deck just wants a second 2 energy attacker, so we've got the 1 Mimikyu. Sometimes it's just nice to be able to hit for 2 energies, like if you only have 1 Malamar in play, and Jynx lets you do that, so that's why I used it. So let's go ahead and hop in and talk about kind of the rest of the deck, and it really all functions around Malamar here with the Psychic Recharge ability. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may attach a basic Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. So usually we're going to be using that to chain our Giratina here with the Distortion Door ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your discard pile, you may put it onto your bench. If you do, put 1 damage counter on 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So it lets us spread a little damage to the bench, but also lets us get our attacker back. It's a reoccurring attacker. Every time it gets knocked out, we just Distortion Door it back into play and can throw some energies on it with Psychic Recharge. Let's expand it here and take a look at the rest of the deck. It is very straightforward. I do want to give a quick shout out real fast to Igor Costa. Talked to him about the deck a little bit this week, and you know, he talked me through some of the cards he chose to play in the list that he won a league challenge with last week, specifically Power Plant, and he also played a second copy of Mimikyu, which I definitely really liked, and I almost played 2 Mimikyu. Decided at the last second I wanted to try the Jynx out in its place, and the Jynx ended up being pretty solid. This is actually not the correct list even, I just realized. Professional video here, guys, don't worry. Took out the Switch. I had 2 Switch and then the 1 Adventure Bag. Adventure Bag is super good to just grab you those tool cards. It can get us an Escape Board plus a Spell Tag, which is extremely useful. Spell Tag, probably the best card in the deck, honestly. When the Psychic Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, put 4 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way that you like. So we can set up numbers for later on with Cross Division GX. We can set up numbers for Ear Kinesis, even things like Mysterious Dance and even Psy Power to take knockouts. Or if we're going up against something with a lot of HP, we can set it up to be knocked out with a Shadow Impact. So yeah, other than that, the deck is pretty straightforward. Also shout outs to Igor for the Recycle Energy idea. Super cool. Lets you get just it's a guaranteed attachment every turn basically once you get it in play. Also the Power Plant, of course, very good against Mewtwo decks, Mew and Mewtwo tag team decks that play Jirachi to get rid of their weakness. So Power Plant lets you be super active in taking knockouts there. We got to save the deck because, of course, I did accidentally forget to update that. But yeah, we're just going to hop over to the ladder and grab a few games and see how Malamar works out. I know Malamar is a deck that gets a lot of shade thrown its way from a lot of people in the Pokemon community just because it is deemed to be a semi-inconsistent deck. I've actually found it to be relatively consistent. You know, you brick every once in a while, of course, but that happens with every Pokemon deck. And I think Malamar, if it sets up, is one of the most powerful decks in the format, so I really like it for that reason. So if we can find an opponent here, we'll get a game going, and yes, there we go. We will see how things turn out. A Dark, Lightning, Metal deck. Dark, Lightning, and Metal. Oh, Magnechu. This is my friend Mike Fouché. We'll give him a big hello. Shoutouts to Mikey, good friend of mine. And he likes to play some very unique and interesting decks, so I'm very excited to see what he might have in store for us right now. Venusaur deck box, I'm not sure if that's indicative of what he could be playing. I don't think there was a grass type in there. So looks like some sort of Pikarom deck. Dark type. Oh, a Hoopa. He's playing Hoopa. Okay. So it's just Pikarom with Hoopa. So Hoopa obviously going to be good against the Malamar decks. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. We could have not benched the Inkay because there's a chance he could like double custom catcher it and stick it active, and that would be pretty annoying for us. But honestly, that's not super likely. It's probably more likely he would just turn one reset stamp us, especially after, you know, we took a mulligan. And then he would pull off double custom catcher. I don't think it's likely he would really go out of his way to do either thing, but... So he's going to just throw a lightning energy down onto the active Pikachu and Zekrom. Got the Zeraora on the bench, of course, with that Thunderclap Zone ability. Definitely, man, they must have really liked Zeraora when they were designing this Pokemon, because they gave it just 3 super sick names for the ability and the 2 attacks. Thunderclap Zone, Plasma Fists, and Full Voltage GX. Super sick. Alright, so we're just going to see the Escape Board coming down onto Zeraora. I had to check how much retreat it has. It does have a 2 retreat. And there's the reset stamp, so I'm glad we put down the Inkay. Our hand was also pretty terrible, so I'm glad that that happened. Oh, and he's having to play the stamp because he has to draw cards off Custom Catcher, but he draws into Dedenne off the Catcher. That is pretty good. He actually had a Volkner with a Lightning in his hand. Maybe he was just custom catching before the Dedenne. He already had it in his hand. He might have drawn into the Lightning or the Volkner. That makes more sense. Yeah, honestly, if he had the Volkner, he could have just gone... Oh, he wanted to turn 1 Judge me. That's what it is. He was digging for the turn 1 Judge. I was just thinking he could have just Volknered for Electromagnetic Radar and a Lightning, gotten 2 more GX Pokemon, but he is going to be able to Judge into one of his Jirachis and then use Stellar Wish. One of the issues I have with the Judge version of Pikarom is that like you can kind of brick yourself sometimes as well. And it looks like he is trying out the Power Plants as well. So our opening hand is pretty bad. But we do have Jirachi at least. Ooh, Viridian. That's not super helpful. Okay. But it's not the worst thing in the world. We can put down Viridian. We'll Viridian away a Giratina. We can get a Psychic Energy attached onto Giratina. And we can... We'll just do this. And we'll put... We want 1 on Dedenne, I think, and 1 on Pikachu and Zekrom. So he's playing the Jirachi version, so what we're going to look to do, most likely, is knock out a Dedenne, knock out Jirachi, and then knock out a Pikachu Zekrom for our prizes. We could play Pokemon Communication to go get another Inkay, but I want to save a chance for a Malamar. We actually have a turn 2... as of right now, we have a turn 2 Shadow Impact as long as we find a Switch card, because we can Pokecom for the Malamar and then Viridian for the energy. We do know, however, he has a Power Plant in hand. I think I'm going to throw this Jirachi down just in case he does knock us out. I don't think it's super likely he gets there, but he definitely... I mean, Pikarom is super powerful and can just pop off with things like... He's giving us the smiley face. He's glad we bricked. We're going to give him the broken heart because, no, we played no supporter. But yeah, we'll just see what he gets here off his Stellar Wish. Like, this deck can just so easily pop off. All he needs, like I was about to say, is an Electromagnetic Radar. Chose not to go get a Lightning Energy to discard. He might already have some he wants to discard. He does already have just 1 in the discard as well. So, I mean, all he really needs is an energy to attach for turn, plus the Cocoa Prism and a Switch card, and boom, he's full blitzing right away. So... Taking a look at his deck, he probably is just going to grab another, if I had to guess, another Pikarom and then a Dedenne. He might actually just get 1 Dedenne because he wants to leave a bench spot for Tapu Koko Prism. That would make sense as well. He's just going to get Pikachu and Zekrom and Raichu. Oh, if he's only playing 2 Dedenne, he could have prized 1. Or he might have 1 in his hand, which would also make sense. There's the attach for turn. So let's see what else he's got. There's the Pikachu and Zekrom, the other one. And yes, he did have the Dedenne in his hand. Gets rid of the energy switch, so he's got no space for Tapu Koko. So the only way he gets an attack off this turn is if he finds the 1 copy of Thunder Mountain. He can also get there with Stadium Nav, so we'll have to see if he can maybe find that. But Stadium Nav, of course, requires you to flip a coin. So he could just whiff off of that. There is a custom catcher. There is the Volkner. I bet we're going to see this. I don't know. It depends if he has a switch in his hand. If he does have a switch or an escape board, we might just see this go get that stadium nav, and we'll see some coin flips for the Thunder Mountain. There's the escape board. Does he have the stadium in his hand already? There it is. Oh, he's got it. He definitely has the stadium in his hand. Oh, just the pass. Okay, let's go. Okay, so maybe he shouldn't have attached this escape board because he might just lose this for no reason almost. Alright, so let's do this. Get the Psychic Energy out of the deck. And we can... Oh, we don't have another energy in the discard. That's what we're missing right now. Okay, so we still need a decent amount. I was thinking we had the guaranteed, but no, we actually did not. So let's just go ahead and Stellar Wish. We do get a Lillie. There we go. That is great. So let's put down the Ditto. We'll put the Jynx into the deck. And we need to check for things like the Mew. The Mew is in here. We do not have Espeon Deoxys, so Jynx is going to be important, as well as Espurr potentially. And we're just going to go get a Malamar with this. And we're going to play the Lillie. We're not going to attach the Psychic Energy yet, because we need to be able to discard the Psychic Energy if we got something like a treasure. Okay. So we can go get Mew with this. We've got everything we need to attack. If we can Acro Bike into... an energy. So let's see if we get there. We did not. We'll just take the Malamar, so we have the evolution for next turn. This is fine, though. I'm not too upset with this turn by any means. And we know he has a custom catcher in his hand. We're not going to put Mew down for that reason. He could custom catcher knock out our one Malamar, but I think we'd be fine if he did that. We could just go Inkay plus Malamar. I actually really wouldn't mind it if he did knock out a Malamar this turn, so we'll just pass. Missed the turn 2 attack, unfortunately, which is the main goal of Malamar. But we didn't play a supporter turn 1. I think this is a pretty decent setup for not having played a supporter turn 1. Yeah, I really think he should have held that escape board, honestly. He probably should assume I don't have reset stamp, and then if I did pull off the turn 2 attack, he could throw that onto Dedenne and just have free retreat on that throughout the game. So we're going to see the Electro Power. Not super relevant in this matchup. He should hang on to it just in case to be able to like knock out Espeon Deoxys potentially later on in the game. So he is going to knock out the Jirachi and load up the benched Pikachu and Zekrom. We definitely want to put Mew down this turn. I would not... Oh, man, if he can custom catcher the Mew this turn, though, that is just bad for us. So here's this. Let's go ahead and go get an energy. We'll Stellar Wish because we're going to Cynthia afterwards. We'll just get the escape board, actually. So I was going to switch, but now we can save the switch, which is nice. Go ahead and get this attachment. Attached to Mew, and we're looking for a spell tag here. Definitely want to try to get that. We did not get the spell tag. So that's a little unfortunate. A little unlucky, maybe. Let's go ahead and get rid of this Psychic. We could just go in with, like... I'm not sure. We've got the Mew down. I'm just worried about him KOing our Mew, full blitzing onto this. So we need to get an Ear Kinesis. So, because he'll probably not try to full blitz with this. Yeah. We'll just get this. I probably should have just held the treasure. No real reason to play it. I don't want to bench lock myself quite... I don't want to bench lock myself at this moment. Maybe it would be good to get... Because we can get a Malamar out of the deck next turn. I think it's actually okay here. Go ahead and do that. We'll Shadow Impact. We know we're not in danger of getting Zapdosed, so we'll just put the 4 on the active. A lot of times you just want to punch something on the bench, like a Malamar, because then, you know, a Pikaram's Zapdos can come in and knock us out with just 1 Electro Power instead of having to play 2, which could be annoying, but in this instance he's obviously board locked. He can't get to that. Yeah, so something that, because we benched this, that could be annoying potentially is, you know, he knocks this out, then next turn we go Ear Kinesis, knock this out, and then he Custom Catchers knocks something else out, and we don't have any damage on the bench to do really anything with Espurr. Okay, so he did get the Custom Catchers. Let's see, does he have a Switch as well in his hand? If he's trying to play the Melbourne Special Event list, he probably has one, because they played 4 Switch, I believe. Oh, switches into Zeraora. Is that a misclick? Oh, he's going to attack Switch. Okay, so he's just going to attack with Plasma Fists. He has 2 Custom Catchers, right? So he's just going to Plasma Fists the Mew with Zeraora, which is fine. There's the Energy Switch, and then Attach Return. Yeah, okay, okay. I see where you're going, Mikey. And Custom Catcher the Mew. I really, if we had gotten a Spell Tag, it wouldn't have even gone on the Giratina. It would have gone on the Mew. We just were not quite able to get there. He's probably just thinking through how he wants to go about things. He does have 2 Custom Catchers, right? I believe we saw him Stellar Wish for 1 earlier, but I might be mistaken. Yeah, there we go. So, bye-bye Mew. And that's one of the things where, like, you know, you could consider, instead of playing Jynx, just playing a second Mew for reasons like this one. We maybe could have held off even on benching Mew for 1 more turn, but I didn't want him to go, like, Tag Switch plus Switch. Like, I think that was definitely the turn we had to bench Mew there. Okay. So he cannot Custom Catcher us anymore, which is nice. So he can't, like, kill 2 Malamars. So we're going to put down the Espurr. We're going to try to snipe the Pikarom this turn. Yeah. I'm going to just Cynthia. See if we can bike into discarding an energy is ideal here. No such luck. Power Plant could be okay. Forces him to get rid of more energy. But we definitely want to keep Spell Tags, unfortunately. So I don't think there's any way we can attack with... Let's see, we could go... We could Stellar Wish into Switch. That would let us get there. So let's get rid of this. Stellar Wish into Switch would let us go Switch. No, that wouldn't quite work, would it? Because we can't double... Yeah, that wouldn't quite work. But this is, like, almost always going to be here for us. And then we can go knock out this still. He's going to go down to 2 prizes this turn. We're just going to go protect both of these. I should have Stellar Wished first, but it's fine. Yeah, and we'll just take Cynthia. Just go get the other Malamar. Could have held the treasure maybe if we wanted to get something like Jynx. We'll just send this up. Yeah, we're actually like not in a good spot in this game. Are we ever scared of Static Shock? I don't think we're ever too scared of that. We'll just punch your Malamar just in case. I think that's fine. We know he can't gust us anymore. So what we can do is... So he can't go like knockout, knockout, then we spread 80, which he doesn't want to let us do, I'm sure. Let's see what he gets here with the Volkner. Gonna be a P-Com and a Lightning Energy. So there's the Lightning. Gotta think a Tag Bolt's coming out here. I honestly think I should have kept the, looking at it now, I should have kept the Adventure Bag instead of Cynthia off of the Stellar Wish last turn. Just because we want spell tags next. All we want next turn basically is spell tag. We've got everything else we could want. He did Volkner this turn, I'm pretty sure, so we won't see. Yeah, he got P-Com and a Lightning. He's actually just going to go ahead and Zeraoras again. Oh! And he plays, so he plays Lysander Labs and Power Plant. Oh, Mikey, what are you doing to me, man? How many Viridians? We've got one Viridian left. We have one Counter Stadium in the deck. What are you doing to me? 3, 6. Well, we're going for Ear Kinesis basically regardless. Or we can switch into the Giratina if need be. So we'll do this. We'll Cynthia. Or sorry, Lillie. We did not get... Oh, he has Lysander Labs too? Come on, man. Yeah, that's actually terrible for us. We might not be able to win now. He can't attack next turn, though. He'd have to go, like, hard retreat into this, which I guess he's fine with, and then just attach Tag Bolt, go down to 1 prize. And then we can't win, I'm pretty sure, because we didn't get the spell tag back. I guess it goes, definitely goes here. I guess we go here. We'll put all 3 here because we actually might just need this to be able to retreat next turn. Definitely a little unfortunate here. Our other Viridian is in the deck. We just couldn't quite find it. We could have sent up Jirachi and hoped to get there. Maybe that's what we should have done and just like really hoped we found it. So we'll take 3 prizes. There's our other spell tag. There's the Espeon Deoxys. So I think we can actually still win if we put spell tag on Espeon Deoxys. He actually can't knock out Espeon Deoxys as well, which is... Oh no, he hasn't GX'd. He hasn't GX'd. But if he tag bolts this turn, it's very unlikely he ever knocks out Espeon Deoxys. Okay, we might be okay. Gonna get down his Coco. He has to hard retreat 2 energies off this, but I think that's like totally fine for him at this point. He does have the 1 energy in the discard. Getting the Espeon Deoxys is huge. We might still be able to pull out a win somehow. Trying to think. We might force sudden death here somehow. I'm pretty sure at minimum we can force sudden death. He's playing the E-Powers. I probably should hang on to those. He might not be anticipating the Espeon Deoxys. Oh, he's going to hit us with the Judge. Alright, I should have thrown that spell tag on the Giratina. There really wasn't a reason to hold that one. We did get a Cynthia. Alright, Tag Bolt GX. Let's see where he knocks out. He's probably going to go Espurr Jirachi, if I had to guess. Yep. Alright. Espeon Deoxys, where are you? We have a Pokémon in the deck we could top deck. Okay, Jynx. That doesn't really help us that much. I guess it could. 4, so we put 4 here. It goes to 2. Put all 4 here. And then Tina Tag, Tina Tag. Oh, it's so close. It's not quite there. It has to be... We have to draw Espeon Deoxys. And we have to put a spell tag on it, too. That's the thing. Well, we don't have to put a spell tag on it this turn, necessarily. I don't think he has any way to knock it out. So let's just not put the spell tags down. Okay. Let's see it off the Acro Bike. Espeon Deoxys. Nice. That's what we needed. For sure. We didn't get the spell tag, though. We don't need it this turn, like I said. He's giving us the well played. We don't win. Does he have a way to win? Oh, he must just have, like, triple E power. No, triple E power doesn't even get it there for him. Oh, does it with this? No, I don't think so. Alright, so let's go Cross Division. Or maybe we just go Psychic Club. Yeah, I think we just go Psychic Club. We didn't win there. Not quite enough damage. And I guess this does... Oh, we should have Psychic Recharged here. Oh, no, we should have Psychic Recharged here. Because then we can go switch... Recharge, retreat. Oh no, that's so bad. And we could have gotten the extra damage off. I guess it never really matters because we can just cross-divide this for our last 3 prizes. Okay, I think we should be okay. He's down all 3 of his custom catchers. I don't think it matters. I think we're good. He's probably trying to identify any line, any way he can win. Oh, he has the Hoopa, doesn't he? Oh, but it only does like 20, right? And this is weak to Psychic, not Dark. I was thinking for a second it's like the Weavile. It's like similar to the Weavile, but not quite the same. Alright, so there's the Stadium Nav. He does get heads. He can get the Thunder Mountain out of the deck. Really solid game here with Mike. Man, and this is a long first game. This is like 25 minutes of this first game. Close one as well. We bricked off the turn 1 judge, but we were still, hopefully, knock on wood, able to get there. He's giving us the well played. I think that is going to be it. Oh, yes, we did get there. GG's, Mikey. That was a close one, but we were able to get there. Thankfully, taking the Espeon Deoxys out of the prizes. And we will get back into the game. Play. Mike's messaging me on Facebook right now. I'm going to talk to him after I'm done recording the video. We'll talk through that game. But yeah, I'm always glad to get good games like that, especially with good, accomplished players recorded for videos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. GG's, Mike, for sure. So we'll see if we can't find another one and see if we can't, you know, come away with another win, ideally. And here we go. Let's see what we got. Going up against Kid Fawn here. Fighting Psychic, Water, Lightning. And we will choose to go first, of course. Malamar, a deck that always wants to go first. We start Giratina. That's not the best starter, but not terrible. Not terrible. Because it doesn't get knocked out super easily. And if we can get into a switch card, it's actually... not too bad. So let's start with an Acro Bike. Get hit. Oh man, that's a tough. Alright, we'll take the spell tag. Don't like to see that ever. We'll just go with the Cynthia. We get the excuse me, we get the Recycle. Come on, man. Are we serious right now? We get the Recycle Energy in play, which is definitely always solid. So this might be like the Xander Perot checkmate deck. So we'll have to see if that is indeed what it is. Yeah, I'm starting to think so. Oh man, so we're gonna have 2 super long games in this video. Hopefully we can come out on top in this one. I don't know how this matchup goes. But we will try to work something out. Mysterious Treasure. Their win condition is gonna involve Dugong. So if we can, you know, KO a Dugong, or KO the Ditto before they get to Dugong, that would be ideal. And Jynx is actually going to be useful for that, because we can just guaranteed knock out the Ditto when it comes into play. I guess Mew would let us do that as well. So many energies in our hand. Oh, and we top deck a Lillie. We'll take it. Here we go. Bike. None of this is great. Sure. We'll give him Viridian. He can go get his water out of the deck. Just a pass again. So we'll be attacking next turn. So there goes the Naganadel. Maybe if he gets rid of all his stadiums frivolously somehow. I guess he doesn't really have a way to get rid of the stadiums, so I was going to say we could try to stick a power plant. That's not super likely, though. So there's the Duskmane. We're going to see him just Ultra Conversion that away for sure. And drawing 3. He could evolve the active, but that's probably not a good place to evolve. Unless he has like Recycle Energy and he can go attach, retreat into this and then do that. Gonna go get the other Nag GX. Or, sorry, another Nag GX, not the other. So, yep, he does have the Recycle Energy. Wow, look at me, just like I predicted. He's just gonna go Stevens, though. I don't think you should let me hit this, but maybe it doesn't really matter. We unfortunately don't have an Ultra Space, or an Ultra Beast in the deck, otherwise we could use the Pokemon Communication effectively here. But that does not look like the case. Alright. Just do that. That's pretty good. We'll do this just so we have a guaranteed retreat next turn. If he does knock us out. I guess he can't knock us out, so don't really know what I'd be too worried about. I think just punching my own Tina is best. There is the Mew. There's the spell tag. Tate and Liza. Gonna shuffle draw 5. So are they looking to Psy Power this turn? I wonder where they would put their damage. Okay, so getting a Nag, charging up Nag, that's kind of interesting. Probably, oh yeah, just gonna Ultra Conversion it away, that makes sense. They Ultra Space already? Should have done that first. They might have, and I just wasn't paying attention. Drawing 3 more. Oh, okay. You should probably have Ultra Spaced first, unless he was like digging for more Ultra Beasts for some reason. Just to thin out the deck. Gonna get the Resetting Hole Marshadow, so he can do double Ultra Space if he wanted to. We're just gonna see him start to use Psy Power. He's gonna look to KO my Mew. So we can Jynx this. We could also Espeon Deoxys. Putting the tag team in play seems pretty bad. He did already trade away this thing, though, so he can't one-shot it. But then he just, like, checkmates me. Do I really care if he knocks out my Mew? I don't really think so. So let's go like this. Let's get the Jynx. Let's start spreading some damage with this guy. Get the Malamar. We are bench locking ourselves, which is probably not super ideal. We could also just knock this thing out, but I kind of don't want to just like play into his spell tag shenanigans. So we go here. Attach. Recharge. And he's just going to KO our Mew, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll go Mysterious Dance, put... We could put 5 here, so that we can Psy Power knock it out if he doesn't knock this out, and if he doesn't knock this out, then we just Mysterious Dance again next turn. Let's just do that. I have no idea if this is correct, but we're gonna roll with it. So there's the Ultra Space for another Poipole. Gonna just Ultra Conversion. Does get rid of the Poipole. So he can either knock this out, and then we can Psy Power knock this out without propping the spell tag. He's going to Custom Catcher. Brings up Malamar. Okay. So he's using his catchers to stall. So if we top deck into a supporter, we've got 2 Switch, 2 Escape Boards in the deck. This is going to be really annoying if we can't draw out of it, though. Grimsley could just knock out the Mew if he wanted to. Yeah, looks like he's going to go for that. Which, I don't really know if that's necessary, because you could just Psy Power knock it out. I don't really think my opponent has quite formulated a game plan yet, but we'll see. So here comes Pecom, gets rid of the Aerodactyl. I guess this is the turn they're hoping that their Ditto can stick down and survive. Oh boy. So this is a big turn. If we top deck Escape Board, Switch, or even a supporter, I would definitely take a supporter. Then we can knock out the Ditto, and then he never gets to Dugong, which is his win condition. So I guess this was, well played by my opponent here, like trying to set it up in this position, and they know we don't have a great hand. Oh, and we top deck Escape Board. Thank goodness. We needed that for sure. Should we recharge anywhere? We'll just put 1 there so that we're 1 attachment away from retreating anything. Definitely knocking this out. And we get to knock this out. And it's placing a damage counter. It's not doing damage, so it should not prop the spell tag. Yep. There we go. 2 prizes. Jynx putting in work. And we got rid of the Mew, so Espurr can come in and knock this out if they don't Brock's Grit the Mew back. Here comes the Hoopa, the Recycle. And yeah, we unfortunately did not get we haven't drawn a spell tag, so can't really do much there. Here comes the Tate and Liza. Here comes Hoopa. I really wish we just had a spell tag. It's 90 exactly as well. I guess we could send up Malamar because we guaranteed retreat that. Yeah, and I guess we're attacking with Tina here. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Cynthia. We do get that for the Jirachi, which is good. Let's not do it quite yet. I guess we should. I'm worried about if he, like, knocks this out. 20, 40, 60, 80. Yeah, he's always knocking this out. I'm trying to think, is there a way we can knock this out and get a win? Oh, he's just going to go Stevens here. Okay. So this is a good turn to Ear Kinesis. If we find a spell tag, this is like perfect. Stevens here for him. What's he looking for? I don't even know. He's gonna Stinger, I guess, at some point. It's weak to Psychic, though, so we would just knock it out. So let's throw this down. Yeah, I guess we should just go ahead and put this down. Do this. Pecom this. We're putting a card back in the deck, but it lets us Lillie for one more card. And we're just digging for the spell tag. Oh, and look at that. Spell tags galore. Adventure bag to boot. Yeah, let's just take the adventure bag. Because all that's in the deck is one more spell tag. We do have one switch left, so we cannot get decked out. Ear Kinesis. Taking the KO. There's Mimikyu. Treasure. And then we should be able to win next turn with Espeon Deoxys. He has to Stinger this turn, and he can't move the Hoopa. I think he's down both his Tates. And yeah, he goes Brock's right here. So if he knocks this Espurr out, we win next turn. 100%. There goes a bunch of Pokemon back into the deck. The Ultra Space, just gonna Ultra Conversion that away, I'd imagine. Beast Ball, let's see if that gets anything out of the prizes. It does get a Nag GX. Okay, now we still Espeon Deoxys for game because we put 2 here, knockout, put 1 here, Espeon Deoxys wins the game. And this is why Espeon Deoxys is just such an insanely good card, so powerful. Alright, he's going to put back his Dedenne. Excuse me. Going to get the Mew back. Does not prevent Espeon Deoxys. Comes the Ultra Conversion. We can't knock out the Hoopa with the Espurr. We'd have to retreat into Giratina. But if we had to do that, I think we'd be okay. Yeah, my opponent's just going to concede. If they knock out Espurr, we just have guaranteed win because we PCOM or treasure for Espeon Deoxys and win with that. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Malamar showing off that I'm still relevant. I'm still good. People might think it's inconsistent, but I think the deck is super, super solid right now. And I like the Jynx. The Jynx is super cute. I don't know if it's better than the Mew or the Sableye, to be honest, but I do like the card a lot. So let me know what you guys think of the list down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Shoutouts again to Mikey, my buddy GG's, man. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Check out, be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. All of those things are linked in the description of every video. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, take care.